Greetings everybody, welcome back to another episode of Serious Adventures in SeriousCraft. I should probably change the intro thing too. It says SeriousPack, I believe. Or I should just call it SeriousPack again. Ooh, that looks weird. It's like I'm doing the eyebrow thing. Huh? Anyway, so last episode I showed you guys the this little room over here where I placed my aura nodes and you know, just to build this one up. And I decided to go ahead and actually use node stabilizers around here so that I can protect them if they are too small. That way they can restore a little bit, and then once they're good to go again, they can keep feeding this guy. And it's going pretty well. Like, a lot of these things are like close to 70, 80 now. Still need more Terra and Ignis, which we have over here. Well, Terra probably not, because we have Herba. And that one will eventually split into Terra and Aqua anyway. I think twice as much Terra, because we get Terra and Victus splits into Terra and Aqua. So that's been going pretty well. The only issue I had was that there were moments where I logged out and I forgot to turn on these skies again. And then, you know, next day I came back and they were gone because they got all drained. And as you just saw, this guy actually just turned on its own. So what I've done is, thanks to automagy, awesome features, you have this V's reader. So the V's reader can point at specific things and read from water jars, crucibles, or aura nodes. And you see it just turned off because it's big enough again. And yeah, it talks a little bit more about the different modes you can set here. You can read, or you can emit a signal depending on how low a certain essentia of V's is, how high one is, the total value of them, and so on. So pretty cool device. And if we attach a remote comparator to it, you can actually read a location that's further away. See, now it went down again because it's 4. So if you look at, let's see this guy. Okay, if you look at down here, this is where I placed them. I'm just gonna remove a little bit here. There is the V's reader, and if I right click with my wand, you can actually change all the modes. So what I've it set to is any low. So if any V's in this node is at a low level, I guess, it emits a shorter redstone signal. See, now it just went up by 1 because the node got a little bit bigger. That is. So depending on the size of the node, the strength of this wire changes. And this little comparator is just pointing at this node. So that way I can turn these things on and off depending on how strong the node is right now. So that's pretty awesome. And this has been running for quite a while now and been helping me out a lot. I think the pet DC was at like 40 maybe less the last time, and yeah, it's going pretty well. So I have those guys running. Just, I don't know where I want to stop. Maybe 80 seems like a good point. Maybe 100, I don't know. If you do 80, then what would that be? Actually, if you do 64, that's what I thought before. Square root of that is 8, so we would get 8 of each aspect. And then we get the 20% because it's a bright node. Where's my thermometer? It's a bright node, so we get 20% on top, which is 1.6, and then it rounds it down, so we would get 9 of each. So that's actually pretty good too. This is a node that I want to replace my the one in my room here with, because like I said before, when I charge things or something, a lot of other things shut down because we don't actually produce a lot. This one has like 3 of each, roughly 3 or 4. So I don't know, having like a little bit of a better node in here might be good. Maybe I'll aim for like 10 centivs in total. We'll see. But yeah, this is going pretty well. Another thing is, last time I mentioned that if you use your wand and you would attach the a foci with frugal on it, how it says it reduces your cost here, and that would also reduce your crafting cost. That's actually not true, it turns out. It used to be that case, and I guess it was unintentional. It doesn't work. I tried it earlier with something. I don't have a recipe right now, but it didn't change the cost depending on which one focus I had on there. So that's kind of unfortunate. So this guy that we made is kind of useless, sort of, but that's good to know. And that's actually sort of good. It's, you know, it's like, yeah, it would be a lot cheaper if you could do it this way, but it's okay. Because now, one thing I never used because I thought they were useless because of this are these crafting scepters. So let's just unlock this here and show you what it does. So crafting scepters are specialized wands made to be used to craft mystical objects and nothing else. Foci cannot be attached to them, but they have several features that still make them worthwhile. Firstly, they have additional 10% V's discount above and beyond what their cap would normally grant. Secondly, they are able to hold 50% more V's than their cores would normally allow. So that is pretty good because you get this, you know, you get more capacity but also cheaper crafting costs. And this is why I never use this, because these 10% weren't like as much as it would be if I used like a normal wand with that frugal focus on it, because you can't put a focus on this guy. So that's why I never made them, but okay, seems to be fixed. So I think we're gonna make one of those. They're pretty expensive. They're okay, I guess, but like I want to make the silverwood one, so we need these charged thaumium caps again, which are infusion enchantments, and it also needs the primal charm, which I guess is not too bad. And we also need a silverwood rod, which is also an infusion crafting. But I think we should make one just so, you know, crafting is a little bit cheaper. Another thing I've never made, and I really should, are staves. So let's get 3 more of those. Doing pretty good on my aspects too. I used to be really low on stuff, but thanks to the knowledge stuff here and all other things, I'm doing pretty well, especially construction tables. See, I was always low on order. We have still 150 left, so that's good. Always make sure that you have at least one of each aspect remaining. If they're completely empty, they will not recharge over time if you have these bookshelves, so make sure you have that ready. Alright, so magic staves. Wands are the stock and trade of the Thaumaturge, but sometimes you want more bang for your buck. Magical staves are basically just bigger wands. They are able to store more V's. They also talk about how, because they're physically larger, you can use them as weapons, so they actually do a little bit of damage if you hit people with that thing, which is kind of funny. But because they're so big, you cannot use them in workbenches, so you can't use them for crafting. And they, you know, like I said, they hold more. And it also says you still need to add caps to a staff rod, just like you would with a normal wand. So the way you make it is 2 rods and a primal charm gives you the core, and then you add 2 of these caps on there as well. And I would like to get the silverwood one though. We're past great wood. Alright, is that enough? No, I need 6. I haven't done research on camera for a long time, huh? not like it's difficult for us because we can just buy them, but still. Staff cores crafted from silverwood can store up to 250 V's, so that's really, really awesome. So getting one of those going is really cool for like having your wand foci, because you can store so much. This is only 100, right? So yeah, I think we should make some of these. So we need 3 silverwood rods. That's 3 infusions. Bunch of these guys. I think 2 maybe. 1 for the core and yeah, 1 for the scepter. And then we also need 5 thaumium caps. So that's quite a bit. So I think today we're going to do a lot of infusion enchanting, crafting. I don't know how much I'm going to show on camera though, because you've seen that a lot, so I don't know how interesting that is. There are also a lot of other cores here that we could unlock. I did unlock the obsidian one. The obsidian is pretty cool because it recharges the Terra value of your wand focus wand over time if it drops below 10% without using a node, which is really cool. So a lot of people use this for going mining with the focus of excavation. It's pretty good for that, and you can also make the obsidian staff now. If I would unlock something else here, you can make the staff version of that and so on. So it's pretty good. But yeah, I think that's something we should craft, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on that in a second. Another thing I want to show you guys real quick is that I've made some changes downstairs at the furnace area. So no longer is the furnace here, but we have a few more ready to be activated. Yeah, I want to make like a big furnace room. I think I made this bigger than it needs to be, but I don't know. I like building too big, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna activate some of these. We technically only need 4. I want 1 for smooth stone, one that makes glass, one that makes charcoal, and one that smelts down ores. But I don't know if there's anything else that needs like a constant furnace or something. I don't know. Maybe not constant, but you know, once in a while that we would like to have. So I might leave this guy and maybe one over here too, to as like a backup in case we need more. This is actually something else. This is made out of Inferno brick, and this is something from Witching Gadgets, which is something I would like to activate very soon too. The Inferno Blast Furnace. Oh yeah, this guy is so awesome. So first of all, you can drop in iron ingots at the top, and it will slowly make steel. So that's a Thaumcraft way of getting steel for your other mods. But the really cool thing is that it can turn clusters into 3 ingots. So if you have like iron clusters, you get 3 ingots and your extra nugget out of this compared to like 2 ingots. So that's really awesome. You can't smelt anything else with that because like the fire is too hot or something. So you don't want to dump in anything else, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So we want to get this going somewhat soonish too, but that's something I'm working on here and now. Here and there. I think it's here and there, now and then. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make some of these scepters and staffs, and I'll be back soon. Alright, so while I was crafting the one core, so I actually just got 3 of them, I did get the flux flue. This is one of the instability things you can get. You can also get this from warp and stuff. But basically what it does, I believe it increases the cost of your crafting, I think. I don't know if you can see this anywhere. Probably only if you try to craft, but yeah, I believe it increases the cost of recipes. Alright guys, so I think I have everything ready. I just finished up these 5 charged thaumium caps. So the third thing I'm gonna make is the scepter. So it's a little bit cheaper to craft the staff. Ooh, there it is, 67 each. We could probably put on our fancy pansy too. A little bit of extra V's discount. How much is that now? 64. Alright. Whatever. And bam! There it is. It looks pretty cool. Has a swirly thing around it. And let's see if there's anything fancy in there. No. It's obviously really cheap, huh? Considering how much items we just spent on this. So yeah, this one holds 150 V's compared to 100. And this has a cost reduction of, or an average cost of 69%. This one had 79, so that's really awesome. So 10% extra. I'm just gonna let this guy, well actually, yeah, let's charge this guy up for a bit. There we go. And yeah, you can't use this for any, you know, one focus. You only use it for crafting. Alright, so the next thing would be the staff. So we just have the core there and the caps, and this one requires 108. So this is interesting. So you actually need the scepter to be able to craft the staff. I get a little bit of air discount. I think that comes from my, yeah, from my thingy-majiggy. This is also only 2%. So yeah, I guess you really need that guy. I don't know how else you would lower this even further. We have every single V's discount on us right now. So yeah, I guess you need that. Interesting. So we let this guy charge up a little bit. Shouldn't take too long, and then we'll make the staff. Alright, here we go. We can craft it now. Zombie embossed silverwood staff, 250 V's. Oh yeah, guys. Haha. Pretty awesome. Look how big that thing is. Yeah, punch people to death. So the only issue now is that charging this will be difficult because we cannot put this in here to charge, and this is the only way for us to, or this is the current way for us to charge our wands and scepters. So the other way is just by walking around here, because we are next to a V's relay. This will charge up too. I think it should be faster if it's not charging anything else. Let's see. It's alright. It's not super fast, but it's decent for just standing around here. So that's probably going to be our way of charging for now. The other way would be to actually make that, what is it called? The wand recharge pedestal, that one. I think that's the one you can use for staffs too. But then you need some aura nodes around this guy that can charge it. which might be okay once we have this node finished up here, and we can use it to energize, turn it into an energized one. We can use this if I replace this one in the corner with aqua. I actually do have one. Then we have all 6 aspects in here, and we can put the pedestal in the middle. So we should be able to charge our staff in that too. Oh, this is going well. Pretty cool. But yeah, for now we're just gonna charge this by walking around here. And we also have that V's battery, I guess, that charges it. Maybe that's where it's coming from. Not sure. I'll just let this go for a while. But the next thing I would like to do is, last time when we went into that labyrinth, I got like beaten up really quickly because my armor isn't that good. So I think we need to upgrade our armor. Let's make the Thaumium Fortress armor. This one is pretty awesome. It says it's equal to diamond level armor, but has greater durability and offers additional protection against magic and fire. The biggest benefit, however, is that the individual armor pieces is designed and constructed to be worn together. Each additional piece of this armor worn increases the overall protection offered by all other pieces and improves its visual appeal. That's pretty awesome. And it's also very easy to enchant, which doesn't matter too much to us because we have that advanced enchanting table. So yeah, it does require the normal Thaumium armor, and then, you know, you add a little bit of stuff and you get a better one. So that's pretty good. It does require quite a bit of this tutamen, but I should have some now. I smelted down some iron chest plates, and I got a few crystallized essence, and then I realized I could just use leather, and we can get leather pretty easily thanks to Botania, so I think that's what we're gonna do. And I have some extra stuff here. I guess I didn't need that much leather then. Need some emeralds and the armor pieces. And we're gonna go head over to our fancy enchanting thingy-majiggy. I really need to build another one in our new base soon. And we'll do this. It's gonna take a little while, so I'll be right back. Alright, very cool. We got all 3 armor pieces already. We have the chest piece, we have the helmet, and we have the pants. Very cool. So let's put them on, and you will be able to see how they actually change the visual look of them. So if you put on the chest piece first, this is what it looks like. Pretty neat. Pretty simple too. Now we put on the pants, and you can see that we suddenly got things on the armor, on the shoulder. We have those little pads. I think we just got gloves, and we have this book at the back, so it does change visually. For example, the pants, we have these things on the side. If I take off the chest piece, they sort of get smaller too, so that's really awesome. And then the last piece is the helmet. Oh yeah. Can't really see so well with my frog head on. Can I? Here we go. Nope. How do you do this? Done. There we go. This is what it looks like. The fortress armor. Very cool actually. Very samurai-like. And we have this little book and the scroll at the back. Like a real thaumaturge. Should probably take my wand or my staff. Looks pretty awesome to me. So yeah, this armor is really good. Like I said, it's like diamond that we can enchant it quite well. We don't have anything for the boots, unfortunately, but to be honest, I do like using the oh well, those are the thaumaturge boots, but we could use the boots of the travel too. But I think we might be too fast then. I think they go well with this outfit. They're just pretty much black. You can also dye this armor, I believe. You can do it with some armor. I don't know if you can do it with this one, but I think you can. The only issue is now if you look at, if you wear the helmet, we don't see aspects anymore, or essentia, because this one doesn't have the goggles of revealing inside. So that's kind of a problem. But luckily there's something to solve this problem. Helm of revealing. Very cool. So like I said, it's pretty much just a helmet with the goggle of revealing infused. The only downside is that you're gonna lose this 5% V's discount from it, so it's kind of unfortunate. But I guess that's okay. Oh, I think I know. I'm not wearing my red boots. That's why I was confused there. I'm wearing the one from my thaumaturge robe. Alright, but I'm gonna go ahead and craft this as well. It's not too complicated, and it looks like we can use our old goggles for this too. I'm hoping that it will keep the enchantments on it, but I don't know, we'll see. It's just a slime ball, the goggles, and the helmet, so it should be pretty straightforward. There it is. It doesn't look like it kept the enchantments. Ah, that's too bad. Oh well, so we have to make a new set of goggles of revealing as well, just for the crafting, so we get the 5%. But yeah, now we can actually see stuff again. Haha, very cool. So we can keep this on. You know, only downside is that we can't use our thermostatic harness at the same time, unfortunately. But you know, if we go into dangerous areas, we can just switch it out, and it should be good. Oh, looks so cool. Look, oh, you even see this little, it even has the little goggles on there. That's kind of funny. Besides that, you can also get these face plates, and I never really used them, but let's unlock the first one, because the other ones are actually forbidden knowledges, so I'm kind of avoiding them for now. Let's see, this mask is designed to be added to an existing Somnium Fortress helm. When worn, this mask has an interesting damping effect on those suffering from warp events. While it does not reduce the number of events, it does reduce the severity somewhat. It seems laughing in the face of danger does have its reward. Ah, interesting. Very high instability. Very expensive. Sano is difficult to get. I think you only get it from potions or golden apples. And I think you can combine this with bows. I think it said that here. A helm can have this upgrade along with faceplates, so I don't know. I'm probably not going to do this for now. Having less warp effects is kind of nice. Or not less warp effects, but not as strong, I guess. But we haven't had any warp effects yet because we have been avoiding the forbidden knowledge as much as we could, so should be okay. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and enchant this, and we should have pretty good armor. Alright, just so I just double checked here. It seems like you can dye your thaumaturge stuff. You can see if I add blue, it gets a little bit more blue. I don't know if I can use multiple of those. If it makes it even more blue, I can't tell. I know you can apply them multiple times, but it doesn't seem to work with your fortress armor. So that doesn't work. I know there's a later endgame armor that can be dyed, but I guess this one can't. Alright, it's all enchanted. We're all shiny and glossy and stuff. So let's see what we got. We got Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, Respiration 3, and Aqua Affinity on the goggles. And we got Unbreaking 3 and Protection 4. Same on the pants. And on the boots we have the same thing, and I also added the feather falling, and those are the Somnium boots. And they go really well with this. They also have this purpley little bits on there, so that's pretty cool. So we should be pretty good now with defense. There's one more thing we could do, but I don't think I'm gonna do this today. And that is, just to take a look at this, the runic shielding. So you can actually make these rings, amulets, and a girdle, like a belt, with runic shielding, and they have different values here. And I do actually have 2 of these rings that I've found, but they only have like shielding 1. Those are the ones you can just find outside. You can't actually craft the +1 ones. And if you look at my hearts at the bottom, it has this little those little effects on top of it, those runes. That's what the runic shielding is. And basically it's like an extra shield. So when you get hit, it will take away that shield first, and then it will hit your hearts. So that's pretty good. So it's a nice thing to have. You put it in your bauble slot and you get a little bit more protection, but I really don't want to bother crafting these right now. And then there are also like different ones that like recharge faster but have lower shield and all kinds of weird effects. So that's pretty cool. And I think runic shielding augmentations is, you might be able to put this stuff on your armor itself. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go double check. Alright, yeah, so I just unlocked the runic shielding augmentation, and it does say that you can enchant any magically stable pieces of armor which involves somnium, enchanted fabric, and similar magical materials. And you can kind of see this is an infusion enchantment, and it's pretty expensive. If you want like runic shielding +5, it needs 5 Salus Manus and 256 of Precatasio and Tutamen and 512 Potentia. That is crazy. You can also apparently enchant runic items itself, like the rings. So that's crazy. I mean, this is stuff for like when we have decided on a piece of armor, on a set of armor, then we can do this because it's super expensive. But yeah, pretty cool. We got new toys, new armor, new weapons. Very awesome. I'm gonna stand around here for a while and let this charge, maybe eat something. And I'll be back soon. Did you know that you can put your focus pouch into your belt slot? The more you know. Alright, so I want to go give that blast furnace a try. I don't know if that's gonna be the actual position. I don't know. I don't like the way it looks right now, because it's like we have 3 infernal furnaces on this side and only 2 on this side. So we're thinking maybe move this guy into the center and just have a 6th one over here. But like I said, I don't know if that's too many furnaces, whatever. I don't know. We're just gonna leave this guy here for now. I just want to try it out. So we put in the lava. It's very similar to the infernal furnace. This is infernal brick from Rarecraft. Not too bad to make. And then we give it a whack with our wand. And that's not okay. That looks better. I was a little bit surprised there for a second. Aha, so this guy is pretty awesome. Is this too dark? No, it's fine. Like I said, it's similar to the furnace, but it can only smelt these clusters or iron into steel. So let's give this a try. I assume this is the front, and also be careful to not fall in there. So let's try a gold cluster. Let's see how this goes. Eventually, I'm gonna put a Ignis energized node down here, because that's the only aspect we need here. And this guy is not super fast, as you can see. Would definitely be a lot faster with the fire Ignis node. But yeah, you can see we get 3 ingots and a nugget, so that's pretty awesome, man. We can triple ores with magic mods. That's something new. Very slow though, but we also have like all the other things we can use. And just to demonstrate to you, if you try to use anything else, like something I don't have right now, let's get some cobblestone, for example. You can't do that. It's too hot. You just hear that sish sound, like lava would, make a sound too. So it's pretty cool. It does work with quite a few ores. If you look up cluster, so there are a bunch of these. We have, the typical one. Yeah, even have cinnabar, then you have iron, gold, copper, and so on. There are a few that don't work. For example, here there are 2 different for uranium and yellorium. Both of them give you yellorium, but one of them doesn't work in this furnace, and I don't remember which one, so we're gonna have to give that a shot. And there are a few other things, and then you can see those are from Witching Gadgets itself, so it's pretty good. So this guy is pretty awesome. I'm gonna get some iron. I want to see how that steel works and how long it takes. Not that we need steel right now, but it's, nice to try out. Ooh, look at these shiny ingots. Hey, I never scanned those, huh? Is there anything fancy in there? Anything worthwhile? No, not really. Alright, so we get some iron. Let's just give this a try. It's tossed in 3. I want to see how long the steel thing takes. Probably quite a while, I would assume. Usually making steel takes a while. But we keep an eye on it. 3 ingots. We only got 3 nuggets out of this. I think I tossed in, what was it, 4? Yeah, 4 ingots or 4 clusters. So one of them didn't give us a nugget. So that's okay. Let's see, do we have enough to activate some of these? Gonna activate this guy. And don't have enough for a second one. Maybe in our staff? No. Alright, sorry, I have to go charge them. But yeah, I'll just activate some of these furnace. And it should be pretty cool. So I'm gonna have one for smooth stone, one for glass, one for charcoal, and one for any other ores that this guy can't process, because there are a few. Is he still going? Yeah, he's still going. So steel takes quite a while, at least. Oh, there it is. At least without the Ignis Essentia or V's. But yeah, and then we have an extra one here. I don't know if you guys know about anything that like sort of needs constant smelting, like a normal furnace would do. Let me know. I can't think of anything else. Those are the 4 different things I would, come up with. But if you know anything, let me know in the comments. Would be pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, I think that will be it for this episode. We got some nice upgrades today. Lots of cool armor pieces. That looks really nice. We got the fancy goggles in our face. We got a staff that we still need to figure out how to charge better. And we got a scepter. And we got this guy. We can process like, triple ores. I don't know how you call it. Triple ore processing. That's what I wanted to say. Super cool. So we need to hook this up to our system eventually to do this all automatic. I'm probably gonna decorate this room a little bit. I might try at least. I'm still not sure if I leave this guy in this corner or if I should move it in like here in the center or something, but we'll see. If you guys have ideas or anything, suggestions, things I should look into, things you're not unsure that you're unsure about, let me know, and maybe we'll get to it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.